What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. This one's important. I usually don't do that many videos in one day because I like to rest and relax and let my mind rest and think. But this is important, people. I want you to take a look. Tony DeNaro has just posted this in his community section. I want to read it to you, then we're going to talk about it because this is important. Former Chancellor Strin, in a previous case, shares the Delaware Chancery Court's thoughts on notification objections in one word: frivolous. Expect Zern and Amato to answer in similar fashions. This is the big leagues. I suggested early on to serious objectors to hire counsel and not go pro se to see if their claims even had merits before wasting the court's time. But that advice fell on deaf ears. I didn't hire an attorney. I don't need an attorney. I'm not necessarily looking for an attorney right now. I will need one most likely if I am granted intervention and I want to keep it as a class action. I'll have to have a lawyer in that. When that happens, I might talk to y'all about that. But for now, this is just the objection stage. All right, and then once she reads the objections and she likes them or don't like them, we'll find out on the 7th. Then I'll know whether I'm going to need an attorney and go to Delaware or whether we're going to do this over Zoom calls and telephone calls. All right, but let's look at what Tony's talking about because this is important, people, and it's very relevant for right now. And I'm kind of curious how he come up with this at this time, but that's not the point. The court. This is the court. The Chancellor Strin saying, "I'm going to ask you one last time. You tell me, right? You filed all these late. You filed a late objection when your client clearly knew about the settlement, clearly has been monitoring it, and when you are, frankly, horsing everybody around by saying you didn't get mail notice. No, listen. Stop right there. Let's talk about this. He's referring to somebody who filed an objection late in his case. And they said they needed an extension because they didn't get a notification card like this. All right. And he said, no, see, you're bullshitting me. All right. And the court. And this is the Delaware Court of Chancery. This is not the People's Court. This is not made up court on television. It's not a pre-kindergarten. It's the big league. And y'all need to realize that. We're in a big league here. We're playing with the big boys. There is a lot of people who have put a lot of time and attention into this, and this process is taken seriously. I'm not being discourteous to you, but when somebody horses around, when they are arguing a case, when they have got the MOU, when they have spoken to counsel, and when they have claimed that they can file a late objection because they didn't receive a mail notice, when they never were a record holder, that is the word that starts with an F. In the law, it is still an F word. It's called frivolous. So what is he saying? He's saying if you contact the court and you tell them, I ain't getting a postcard, I need an extension in order to be able to object, they're going to have, just like Tony said, and I agree with him, they're going to have the same response to you. Motherfucker, how you calling me about the lawsuit if you ain't got the card? Well, I see it on YouTube. Well, then file an objection. Simple as that. You're in the big leagues. This is not a place for you to cry like a child with your thumb in your mouth and whine that you want your fucking way. You have to do it by the book. And wherever he got this case, and however he got this case, he's right on target with it, though. That they're not going to play games with us, people. They're not playing games with AMC. They're not going to play games with us. You call up there to that court like Al and Donahue told you, this is the kind of response you're going to get. You're horsing around with the court, and they're not going to like it. So that's probably like strike 3 for one YouTuber who keeps sending in frivolous shit. So with that, that's all I got. Don't worry if you didn't get a postcard. File your objection. Quit listening to these dumb motherfuckers that tell y'all, oh, you need to call the court and complain you didn't get your postcard. And then they're going to say, well, how do you know to call me if you ain't got the fucking postcard? Well, I've been watching it on YouTube. well, file your fucking objection and quit crying like a bitch and do what you're supposed to do. And we can win this. And we can win this. But you're going to have to start acting like adults, people. Not acting like victims. Stop acting like a victim and start acting like a victor. All right? Victors don't cry. They adjust and they move on. Right now, that she is running everything in our favor. Do not worry if you did not get a card. Do not bother the court about that. She knows people didn't get the card. And you have to, before you can say you didn't get a card, you're calling the court. What's stopping my neighbor from calling the court right now and saying they didn't get this card? And they're not even a shareholder. I didn't get my card. You think they're not pulling that stunt? That's why they want you to do it too? They want you to call and aggravate these people? They're going to tell you the same shit. You're horsing around with the wrong people. You're going to find yourself in contempt of court. So, with that, it's right there in front of you. I didn't say it. Tony said it, and he brought the receipt to prove it. Do not play with these people about I didn't get a card and I need an extension on my settlement. On my objection. Because it ain't going to work. It ain't going to fly. Stop following stupid YouTubers who are telling you to do stupid shit and follow the procedures, people, and we will all walk away with this with our pockets full. All right? So with that, love y'all. Be blessed. See you in the next video.